All right, sit down, lean in close, because we need to talk about the collapse that's playing out in real time. Not in the tabloids, but in court filings, in boardrooms, and the deafening silence of an industry that's already walking away. This isn't gossip. This is an autopsy of an empire while the emperor is still technically breathing. Let me break this down slow so it lands with the weight it deserves. 50 Cent. Just let that name hang in the air for a second. Curtis Jackson, a man who has built a second empire on the bones of his first, a master of reading the street, the boardroom, and the unspoken rules of power. He doesn't tweet just to hear himself talk. He waits, he watches. And when he strikes, it's a precision drone strike aimed at the foundation. And what did he just say? He got a message from an upper elite insider, a whisper from the rooms where the real deals are cut, where fortunes are made and unmade with a nod. The message was simple, brutal, and final. Diddy is about to lose everything. Now, you might hear that and think, yeah, another celebrity feud, more internet talk. But you would be dead wrong. 50 Cent isn't guessing. He's not reading blind items. He's talking like a man who's already seen the ending credits to a movie the rest of us are still watching. He's forecasting, and when 50 forecasts, you better grab an umbrella, because a storm is coming that no amount of money can hold back. This documentary series, the lawsuits, that's not what's gonna finish him. That's just the public spectacle, the theater. The real execution is happening in the shadows. It's in the quiet unraveling of finances that no PR spin can stitch back together. Think about it. A cascade of lawsuits isn't just about paying out settlements. It's a systemic bleed. It's about lawyers, the sharpest, most predatory sharks in the ocean, smelling blood in the water and swarming a man with famously deep pockets. Once Cassie settled for what, $20, $30 million, that was the starting pistol. That was the moment the entire legal world saw a crack in the armor. And instead of filing for bankruptcy protection, right, then a move that would have at least temporarily stopped the bleeding, frozen the feeding frenzy, he didn't. Why? Pride? Arrogance? The belief that the old rules still apply? That's a fatal miscalculation. Because 50 isn't just talking about cash in a bank account, he's talking about the ecosystem of wealth, he's talking about business deals that evaporate overnight, brand partnerships that quietly let contracts expire, never to be renewed, lawyers who get paid first, last, and always, draining assets before a single bill gets paid, jets grounded, homes leveraged, staff laid off. That security detail, that $1 million a year lifestyle, that meter never stops running. It's a slow, public, and excruciatingly embarrassing bleed out. Before we go deeper into how this empire crumbles, you need to be seeing this analysis as it happens. This is behind the fame. We don't do surface level gossip. We break down the power, the money, and the truth behind the headlines. If you're not subscribed, you're missing the real story. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell right now, because when the next domino falls, you'll hear it here first, with the context that matters. Now, let's talk about the silence. And this is the most damning evidence of all. Where's everybody? Where are the lavish Instagram tributes, "That's my brother, I stand with Diddy" statements from the A-list crew? Where's the industry rally? It's not there. It's a vacuum, a void. And in Hollywood, in the music industry, silence isn't neutrality. Silence is a strategy. It's survival. It's every powerful person quietly stepping back, deleting numbers, and letting the distance grow. That loyalty he built, that fear he commanded, it's gone. Replaced by the cold, hard calculus of self-preservation. 50 knows this game better than anyone. He survived being shot 9 times, being blackballed, going through bankruptcy himself. He's been in the fire. And he's looking at Diddy's situation not with schadenfreude, but with the cold recognition of a survivor who knows what the end looks like. He's not barking for attention. He's positioning. Every meme, every post, every sly comment is a calculated move. He is telegraphing to networks, to investors, to the culture at large, I am on the right side of history here. He is turning the spotlight into a heat lamp. And once that spotlight stays on you long enough, people start seeing everything. The flaws, the cracks, the truth. Diddy's been in controversies before, but there was always a rollout, a hit record, a shiny new venture to distract, a powerful shield of industry influence. Not this time. This time, it's just courtrooms. Lawsuits, depositions. And lawsuits don't care about your legacy. They don't care about bad boy for life. They care about discovery. They care about patterns. They care about proof. And they care about massive corporation-breaking financial judgments. Even if he wins some of these cases, and that's a big if, the damage is permanent. Brands don't wait for verdicts. They flee at the first whiff of prolonged toxicity. Investors hate nothing more than uncertainty and risk. Controversy makes money expensive, higher interest rates, harder loans, insurers backing out. This is how lose everything begins. Not with a bang of a guilty verdict, but with the slow, silent simmer of abandoned opportunities and severed lifelines. So why is 50 so fearless? Because he's already lived the worst case scenario. Bankruptcy for him was a strategic reset, not an ending. He came out leaner, meaner, and smarter. He understands that money can be rebuilt, but leverage, reputation, the power to command silence, once that's gone, it's gone forever. Diddy's entire empire was built on control. Control of narratives, control of artists, control of who eats and who gets buried. But courtrooms don't respect control. Discovery processes don't care about your catalog. Every new filing, every leaked deposition detail, every former associate who finds the courage to step forward, it chips away at the myth. It broadcasts one undeniable message: the fear is gone. And when the fear is gone, the dominoes fall fast. Look at the landscape right now. The deal's gone quiet, the partnership's dissolved, the once fervent defenders now muttering no comment. This isn't a scandal you write out. This is an exposure. And you cannot survive being both exposed and irrelevant. We need to be clear. This isn't about one lawsuit. This is about years, decades of behavior colliding with a moment where the rules have changed. Social media has democratized the narrative. Public opinion moves at light speed, and corporations follow it immediately. The era of the untouchable mogul, protected by money and influence, is crumbling in real time. The walls aren't just closing in, they're closing in for a reason. The truth has a way of catching up. I want to hear from you right now. Pause this video, look at the facts, look at the silence, look at the legal mountain he's facing. What do you think is going to happen? Do you believe 50's forecast is accurate? And beyond the money, does the totality of what's being alleged warrant not just a legal fall, but a total collapse of empire? Sound off in the comments. This is a historical moment in hip-hop and celebrity power. I want to know where you stand. This is the beginning of the end. It won't be marked by a single dramatic event, but by a death by 1,000 cuts, each one. A legal filing, a lost deal, a former ally turning state's evidence, a brand walking away. The empire will die not with sirens, but with the silent, dry rustle of legal paperwork and asset liquidation orders. His kids, they might actually have to get real jobs. The lifestyle, a memory. The power, a lesson in what happens when it goes unchecked for too long. So when 50 Cent says Diddy is about to lose everything, understand the profundity of that statement. He's not making a threat. He's reading the obituary of an era. And his predictions, they have a haunting history of aging very, very well. This has been Behind the Fame. We dissect the fall as meticulously as we dissect the rise. The story isn't over. The next court date, the next lawsuit, the next brand to cut ties will break it all down. But I need you to tell me what part of this saga you want to dive into next. The financial forensics, the history of industry takedowns, the legal strategies at play, put it in the comments. Let me know what you want the next deep dive to be. Don't forget to like, share this with someone who needs to see the real story, and subscribe for the analysis you won't get anywhere else. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.